The first sign right off the bat is that you're going through a tough time right now. Here's something most people don't tell you. The hardships and the struggles and the tough times that you're battling right now, whether it is spiritual war or mental war, this is a great sign that your life is going to transform rapidly. It just takes a little bit of time before you have this extreme transformation to the other side. Every single piece of failure that you experience right now is planting with it the seed of success. Every single time you feel confused, there is a time in the future where you feel the exact opposite way, which is a sense of direction. So the moment you understand that the hardship you experience is there for your growth, and it eventually balances itself out. So another sign you are on the right path is that the things that are good for you are also the things that you begin to like, and you start disliking and steering away from the things that are bad for you. I've noticed this with myself. Things like reading, things like journaling. There was a time at the very beginning, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, when I didn't like doing those things, and I had to almost force myself to do them. But I've gotten to a point where now I love and enjoy doing these things every single day. It's almost like I'm beginning to like all of the things that are equally good for me, and that is a sign that you are on the right path. At the beginning, you're gonna have to push yourself, you're gonna have to, force these habits onto yourself, but then eventually comes a time where it becomes easy. Once you have that momentum, everything just flows. So if you do a bad habit and then you immediately feel some type of guilt, some type of shame, that is also a sign that you're beginning to dislike the things that are not good for you, and you have the sense that when you're doing that thing, you're wasting your time, or you could be doing something better. That is a huge sign that you're on the right path. And when we talk about the right path, there are many definitions to this, and it depends on you and your life and your goals and your ambitions. But the right path I am describing might be similar to you. It is basically a path where work is aligned with what's best for you. You choose to spend your day wisely. You choose to use your time for things that grow you, things that make you a better person, things that increase your knowledge, things that increase your communication, your skills. You begin to like the things like going to the gym. You begin to take care of your health, take care of your diet, improve your physique. You have this desire to expand and increase your knowledge. And just all in all, you're giving your energy to the things that are good for you. So that is the path that I am talking about. And one thing to know is that this path does take time, and it is a tough path. There's going to be a lot of resistance on the road to greatness. It's not going to come easy, and it's definitely not going to be quick. I say this all the time. Fast success builds ego, and slow success builds character. And if you want the long-lasting character, if you want the proper development, you're gonna have to put in the time, put in the hours, and just for a long period of time, just consistency with your habits, with your mindset, with the way you think. So just go through it day by day. Be consistent in your mind, in your actions, and the things that you do, and you will win. So I'm gonna read some of the most amazing quotes from the most amazing book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So quote number 1, if you do not see great riches in your imagination, you will never see them in your bank balance. Quote number 2, every adversity brings with it the seed of an equivalent advantage. Quote number 3, there is one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants and the burning desire to possess it. Quote number 4, the starting point of all achievement is desire. Quote number 5, riches do not respond to wishes, they respond to definite plans backed by definite desires through constant persistence. Quote number 6, more gold has been mined from the brains of men than has ever been taken from the earth. Quote number 7, there are no limitations to the mind except those we acknowledge. Quote number 8, you are the master of your own earthly destiny. You may influence, direct, and eventually control your own environment, making your life what you want it to be. So quote number 9, the way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Quote number 10, fear, the worst of all enemies, can be effectively cured by forced repetition of acts of courage. Quote number 11, faith is the only known antidote for failure. Quote number 11, both poverty and riches are the offspring of thought. Last and final quote, tell the world what you intend to do, but first show it. So these are a couple of quotes from Napoleon Hill. I hope they could inspire you. So that's something you gotta understand. The righteous path is not an easy path. It is a path filled with difficulty, filled with obstacles, with trials, with tribulations. So if you are going through tough times of anguish and fear and confusion, stick through, because these are signs that you are on the right path. So just in general, when you just develop this hopeful and inspiring sense of life about you, when you wake up, I've gotten to this point where I wake up and I just love and I look forward to doing what I'm gonna do. Look forward to making videos, look forward to reading the new books, journaling, exercising, eating that healthy meal, just being alive, journaling and doing all these things, making my coffee. So I was watching a podcast some time ago from Dr. Andrew Huberman, and he said this one thing that really stuck to me. So happiness is the expansion of everything that brings you pleasure, and addiction is the narrowing of everything that brings you pleasure. So the more things you can actually derive pleasure from, the happier you are. And this does actually make sense. When you can derive happiness from, the small coffee in the morning, the journaling, the reading, these small tiny habits, the small drive to work, the small drive back from work, I think that is when you're happy. That is when you can be in this most grateful state. And it is in addiction when you just you're hyper-focused on that one pleasure and you forget everything else. And you're only actually in this state of happiness when you're doing that pleasure, but you can't do it the whole time, you know, the whole day. So this is the path to freedom, to mental freedom, to greatness. And I do believe if you have good intentions and if you stick with this path for long enough, you will see results. You will see everything great that you ever wanted. So I'm down to make videos like these every single day. If you like these videos, subscribe, join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next video. You got this, bro.